Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of our Gridiron Football Player of the Week show. I'm your host, Jace Lejeune, and as always, we have our Gridiron Football Player of the Week joining us after we make the announcement. We make the announcement on Thursday, and the next day we would like to catch up with the Player of the Week. And one of the benefits of winning is you also get an interview, a video interview as well. And this week, our Gridiron Football Player of the Week is Albany High School running back Jonah Grob. Jonah, congratulations, man, for being our Gridiron Football Player of the Week for Week 7. And yeah, you definitely deserved it. Obviously, being on the list, being in the running, and then the fans, the community supports you after that. But first of all, Jonah, congratulations. What does that honor mean to you?
Thank you, sir. It's a great honor. I'm just really thankful for the fans. The community really did a great job voting. Uh, they really support me a lot, and I'm really thankful for that.
Definitely. Let's talk about that first. Because that's kind of like one part of it, right? You still have to perform at a level that gets you in the running because we have about maybe 50, 60 nominations every week. So we have to narrow it down to about 15. And definitely, you were definitely one that we thought would have a great performance. And then after that, there's one thing to be in the running, but you need to have the fans go and support you, like you said, and just talk about the number of votes. I mean, pretty much it's usually pretty close, but really you pulled away from it with the voting late in the week. But the fans voted 19,725 votes for you this week. So yeah, just give a shout out to the fans once again for helping you get this award because that's pretty awesome that they came out and support you like that.
Yes, sir. The whole community really came together. People was texting my parents and stuff, telling them they was voting, and man, I can't thank them enough. They they just did a great job. Thank you to all the fans out there that helped me out.
Yeah, that was one half of it, but you also perform at a pretty high level. We're going to try to see if we can do this. Technology sometimes, you kind of have to bear with me, but we're going to try to actually show your highlights from the game. It was 46 to nothing win over Springfield. This was last week's performance. 240 yards rushing, 149 yards receiving, three total touchdowns, like we talked about. 46 to nothing win over Springfield. So Jonah, I mean that's a pretty impressive performance, knowing that you run the football, you're kind of like the workhorse running back for this Albany football team. So 240 yards, but hey, it shows what you can do as well as a receiver to have over 100 yards receiving. So talk about your versatility in the game and all that you really bring to the table as a total complete package. For as a football player.
Oh well, uh, you know, I don't do very much. I just get the ball and I run with it, and a lot of people don't really like tackling me. And one of these films right here, you can kind of see. I guess it was late in the game. They just kind of got tired of tackling me, but I try my hardest to try to run through and make stuff happen when I get the ball.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of embrace contact, like you mentioned. You seem like you run harder and harder as the game goes on. Just what's your motivation for you to run the football so hard, to run as physical as you do, and every single time you touch the football, what is your motivation?
Um, yeah, my motivation, I'm really just trying to get as many rushing yards as I can. Every yard counts, and it looks good for all the college people. Try to have a lot of rushing yards. Um, I do it for the community. That I like to hear them hoot and holler after I score a touchdown. So it's just fun to hear that. I love the game. It's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, workhorse type of guy. Old fashioned type of football player for you. And what do you have to say are your biggest strengths? What do you think you bring most to the table when it talks about being a football player? What do you think you bring most to the table?
Um, my biggest strengths, I love physicality. If we have like a just helmets practice where we're not really tackling or hitting or anything, it's kind of not my favorite day. I'll still do it, but I love physicality. I love trying to run through you. I don't not as much of a fan trying to run around you. I like laying the shoulder down and try to get some yards after being hit.
Yeah, there's no question what you want to do. That's for sure. You want to embrace contact. There's a lot of runners that want to kind of run away from guys or hurdle guys. I know you want to really truck guys. I mean that's basically your thing that you want to do. But you got some giddy up as well. So I mean you can go and hit the long touchdown run if you have to. But yeah, just talk about really this season for you. What are your goals heading into the season? You feel like you've so far at this point of the year, and there's still a couple games left in the regular season. You feel like that you are on pace to accomplish those goals?
So I didn't really tell many people this. My kind of goal altogether was 2,000 rushing yards. But now it's just kind of yards total for me because
Yeah,
they'll throw me some screen passes. But
sure.
I've been averaging about almost 200 yards a game and almost 2 touchdowns a game. So I feel like I'm pretty on track to finish out with a pretty good season. I didn't do very good at the A-Meet game. I will say that that might throw me off a little bit, but we got Sumner coming up, and let's see if I can bounce back on them.
Yeah. Y'all playing a really tough district. You talked about playing A-Meet last night. You got Joel Sumner in there. You got Pine in there. So I know that's always a really tough district that you play in. But Jonah, talk about really just any running back that you like to model your game after. I mean, just with your running style. I know Cam Scatterboo's been kind of like the biggest thing going on in football right now. But who are some guys that you kind of manage your running style or really grow your game a little bit?
Well, I've always been a Saints fan. Alvin Kamara, Taysom Hill. He was. I always looked at him. I started out as a tight end, and Taysom Hill. He kind of did all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So he was always running through people. But yeah, Scatterbo. Lately, that's who they've been comparing me to. My team's been joking around with me, calling me Scatterbo every now and then. I like to call Jake Milton Jackson Dart just because he's a quarterback trying to run through people.
There you go.
Yeah. The team's a big family. We all have fun with each other. I think that's a big part of the game for me.
Yeah, you gotta have that, right? I mean, you want to be on a team that everybody likes. I mean, likes each other and has fun with each other, but can get serious when they need to get serious. And that kind of leads me into my next question: what's it like being around Coach Travis? I know basically our staff. I mean, Andy, my boss, he's coached with them at Southeastern, so I know they've got a great relationship. But talk about being under Coach Travis and just being around him. What kind of coach he is?
Yeah, Coach Travis, he's just a great guy to be around. He's always got energy. He's brought in a lot of great coaches, like Coach Austin. He's doing great. We have Coach Trey Bennett, greatest defensive coach I've ever met. But Coach Travis, he's just an energetic guy, and he'll hype you up. He's a great play caller. He comes up with all kinds of crazy plays. But it's great playing under him. I love the guy.
Yeah, definitely. It makes things easier to play for him and really enjoy him and being along the ride with him. Right, this season, especially as senior season goes. But yeah, talk about the recruiting process for you right now, Jonah. What's been kind of some of the schools that have reached out to you? Just talk about how that process has gone for you. I know you kind of mentioned it earlier in the show, but talk about how that's been going on for you.
I've been getting looked at a little bit. I've got 2 half ride offers to. I got one called Bethel College in Kansas. I've got Culver Stockton College in Missouri. That's the 2 I'm kind of looking at right now. I'd love to play for Nichols or Southeastern, but it's just kind of hard to get to them. But I got that Gridiron game coming up. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully some college scouts will be there, look at me. But yeah, we've been hitting the emails hard. We probably emailed almost everybody in the country. But yeah, we just been hitting it hard with the recruiting stuff.
That's a great segue, Jonah, because I mean, yeah, you can do this. I guess like we call this media stuff too, because that was pretty much my next question for you. But I know we're going to have a commitment post about it, but I know Andy talked about it, and Marcus, who is a former LSU quarterback, works a lot with us. But it is official. There it is. You've been there's your commitment there, man. Congratulations. Being committed to playing in Gridiron football All American Bowl game. You talked about having that other opportunity to showcase your talents in front of college coaches. But I know we invite you at the beginning of the season on our media day. But talk about this as opportunity for you after the season, knowing when the season's over, you don't have one game left. I mean, you have another game left after the season, so the season's not over after the playoffs. But for you to get another opportunity to showcase what you can do.
Yes, sir. I'm so grateful. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I've been reading about it a lot. It seems like a lot of colleges go there, and it's a really big deal. It looks like. Yeah, I'm super glad I get to play another game. Hopefully, I get a lot of play time there and can show off my skills.
There's going to be some opportunities there, Jonah. How we're doing things is going to be really fun. We actually going to plan on having 4 teams this year for the seniors. So if you win, I mean, you got 2 games going on. They're both college clocks, so 15-minute quarters. So the opportunities for y'all to play and get as much reps as possible. But if you win, you have a chance to play another extra quarter, for the championship. So let's see, be a part of that winning team. And maybe you can get even more reps, play an extra quarter, or even some more football in the bowl game. But it's going to be a really fun week, December 27th through December 30th. Basically, the players will check in on the 27th, like Jonah, and then they'll find out what team they're on. We'll have practice on the 28th and 29th, and then obviously the Senior Bowl game will be on the 30th. So it's going to be a really fun week over there at Louisiana Christian University in Pineville. All right, Jonah. Just let's stay on that same subject, right? I know you got a couple interests right now from colleges, but what is your message to college coaches? Let's say pretend I'm a college coach right here. What would be your message to me? Why should I invest? Give you a scholarship to be a part of our football team.
Well, I'm a hard worker. I'm coachable. I work hard on in the classroom and on the field, and I feel like I've got a lot of ability to be able to play at the next level.
Yeah. I mean, really, the film speaks for itself, right? I mean, just go and watch me play, watch what I can do. And how was we talked about your stat line, 230 yards rushing, over 100 yards receiving, and you're a good blocker as well when you need to. So how is doing all of that, being a running back, being able to catch out of the backfield? How does those tendencies really help you just elevate even more and get your name out there even more because of what you can do, because of your versatility?
Yep. I feel like versatility is a big thing. It's a small team, so I get to touch the ball a lot. Yeah, I'm usually the guy they like to give the ball to, and I feel like the defense really tries to focus on me a little bit more, so that leaves a little bit of room for the pass game. Yeah, I feel like I'm a pretty versatile guy, and I could be a big help to some colleges.
In that game, in that Springfield game, we talked about your performance a whole lot. I mean, obviously that's a big reason why you're on the show today. But what play or plays really stood out to you the most from that game that really stood out to you when you think about that game?
We ran a little screen. That's where most of my passing yards came from. We'd run this little screen, and it had me wide open right there by the line, and then I could just cut up field and make some people miss and score. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, they just hand me the ball and let me run with it and see what happens.
Sounds simple enough, right? Sounds simple. How would you grade your performance? If you had to give yourself a grading scale, I know everybody's their own worst critic, but how would you grade your performance?
In the Springfield game, I'd give myself a 7 out of 10. I feel like I could have done a little better, powering through sometimes. I would have had one more touchdown. They caught me at like the 2-yard line or something.
Oh
So
man.
maybe I could gain a little bit of extra speed one day. You know, But yeah, I probably say 7 out of 10. That sounds about right.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair for sure. And I know y'all played last night. Obviously, the result is not what y'all wanted, but just moving ahead to the rest of the season, just what is on the look? What are y'all looking forward to the most in the next couple of games, and what are the goals for the rest of the season?
Uh, the goal is the same as it's been since week one. You know, we're not worried about who we're playing. We're worried about ourselves and making sure we can do everything that we can to the best of our ability. It doesn't matter who we play. There's always a chance that we can win.
I mean, obviously, you're going to get all the headlines, all the ball carriers do, the quarterbacks, the running backs. But I know you got to give a shout out to the offensive line, all the guys that make it happen. To give a shout out to some of your guys, some of your teammates, to the rest of the team for really helping you get this performance and get this this award.
Yeah. Thank you, lineman. Couldn't do without you guys. Uh, also I want to thank the Albany community. Like, holy cow, y'all are behind us 100%. You can see that every Friday or Thursday night. It's great to be part of this team. Such a great brotherhood. You know, yeah. Shout out to the defense too. Defense is doing great lately. You know, I've been playing a small bit of defense, but Coach Trey's been doing a good job making great play calls. Caleb Smith-Hiley playing linebacker. He's been doing a great job. Jaden Lapine and Quentin, they're cornerbacks. I think Jaden might have blocked down like 15 or 16 balls in the air last night. He did great. Uh, we got some young linemen. Mike Villardo, big old guy. He gets flags called on him because he bullies them too much. But, he does his job. Gavin Harvey, a fellow senior. James Bates, he's a senior. They've been having a great season. Jonathan Melendez been doing great. Jake, my quarterback, he likes to run people over. But yeah, shout out to the team.
Yeah, big shout out as well. You get the rest tonight. You're not playing tonight. Y'all played last night, so enjoy the rest for sure. And I know you got a big game next week. It doesn't get any easier. And Jules Sumner's been having an awesome season on the field in the season so far. I've seen him play this year, so that should be a great challenge. But yeah, and also Jonah, when another reason why another I guess like another thing to add is besides the interview, he's also going to get a Letterman jacket patch. So he'll get a chance to wear that pretty proudly, show off the rest of his teammates and all the his classmates as well at school with the Letterman jacket patches that says Gridiron Football Player of the Week, and we'll be getting that to him pretty soon. Pretty good week for Jonah. He's a Gridiron Football Player of the Week. He's been invited. Obviously, he's committed to playing a Gridiron Football All-American Bowl game, so we'll be seeing him at the end of the year in December and in Pineville. And just Jonah, before I wrap up the show, any final thoughts to the fans or family? We'll give a shout out to the family as well for helping you. Just anybody that's really helped you be in the position that you're in today.
Yes, sir. My family's been really involved in the recruiting process, helping me out a lot. But mostly, I want to thank the Albany community, Albany, Springfield, everywhere around here, because they did a great job voting again. Uh, they just did great. They're really behind this team and behind me, and like I said, they was texting my parents, giving me all kinds of support. Yeah, I love playing for this team in this town, and I want to thank my family. I want to thank the Lord for putting me here in this position.
Absolutely, man. You absolutely deserve it. We're definitely seeing you ball out this year. Keep up the great work, man. Looking forward to seeing you play in our bowl game at the end of the year. And congratulations to Jonah being our Gridiron Football Player of the Week for week number 7. And like I said, week number 7 is kind of crazy that we're already in week 8 right now in the process of week 8. So you just never know. And the season's definitely flying by. And we definitely enjoy every second of it. Next week, we'll do this again. We'll have nominations from coaches, and then we'll have nominations for fans for Player of the Week, and then we'll basically narrow down the nominations to 15 on Monday. We'll have voting all throughout the week up until about Thursday at 9 o'clock, and then at 5 o'clock on Thursday we'll release the winners, who wins Gridiron Football Player of the Week for Week 8. Also, Jonah is in the running for Gridiron Football Player of the Year for winning Gridiron Football Player of the Week. And the winner of that at the end of the year gets a gold Letterman jacket patch. So maybe Jonah's going to try for 2 of these. He's got a blue one for Player of the Week and maybe get that gold one at the end of the year. But looking forward to it, Jonah. Seeing you at the bowl game. Have a great rest of your senior season. And thank you, everybody that's watched the show. And please subscribe to our channel. Make sure to like us on all our social media channels. Thank you to everybody who's watching. And we'll see you next week on the Gridiron Football Player of the Week show.
Thank you for having me.